All right, welcome. So this is how to radically transform your running and to figure out your proper hip function, which is actually much harder to do than you might think. And once you have really good hip function, it's really easy then to strengthen it. So you're going to find that your gym, your strengthening exercises, your running efficiency, your understanding of how your body moves is going to improve. You're going to find that your breathing opens up, your chest opens up, you might get taller. It's very important for hip injuries like bone stress injuries, labrum tears, and then also for, healthy knees, healthy hip joints, and a healthy lower back. This is one awesome move. It's really simple. And we are now going to deep dive into how something so simple can be so powerful and so awesome. Welcome to the Happy Hip Hack. So the Happy Hip Hack is this simple. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate it and then I'm going to explain why and get into the nuance of it so that you have a good understanding of what it is that you're about to do, and how also to sort of segment it into your current program, or how to make it way more translatable into your strength and into your running and walking, okay, and cycling. Right, so Happy Hip Hack is this simple. You take a step, and on the leg that's driving the world backwards, you reach with your arm overhead, and that's the Happy Hip Hack. That's it. That's all there is. And then you do the same on the other side. So it's a step and a step. Now, you can either pump your arms, okay, or you can leave your arms overhead and you just go step, step. If you notice, my head's coming over to one side and my shoulder's coming up. So a lot about what the Happy Hip Hack is actually getting your shoulder off your hip. And that's what we want to see in running. You're basically stepping your head across to the landing leg, stepping your head across to the landing leg. If you figure this out, you'll never ever collapse when you run again. Okay? Because you're up stable. You're learning the perfect stable posture of running and the perfect shape and timing of running. Okay? It's really important. And also you're learning to step and create length or downforce in your running with the perfect exact timing of running. Okay, it's really good. So you're stepping length onto the other side and you're adding that vital knee behind hip, the leg straightens while your foot's still connected on the ground, which has been so hard to teach, I can't tell you. Okay, so it just cuts out all the drama. This is amazingly simple, amazingly effective, and amazingly healthy for your hips. We have had results like 6 months of Achilles pain and knee pain disappear in 3 days. We have people with a bone stress injury that can't walk without pain or discomfort, able to walk in the Happy Hip Hack and with no pain and discomfort, and basically walking themselves out of pain in a day. Not to say their injury is healed, but it's not painful anymore. We've had people with chronic pelvic pain walk pain-free for the first time in years properly. Okay, it's really effective. If you're one of the people that have been following me and you battled with contralateral walking, okay, with your contralateral movement pattern and contralateral walking, as soon as you do Happy Hip, your belly button's pointing towards your lead leg. So it absolutely corrects your contralateral movement patterns immediately. Now, why does this work so much? Or like, why would it be? Because people often say, well, it should be opposite arm, opposite leg, like marching, right? We want contralateral movement or equal and opposite, but we're doing same. And the reason is it's your crawling pattern. So when you were a baby and we were crawling, okay, when you crawl, you reach. Your elbow goes away from your knee. Does that make sense? And so basically what you're learning is you're reinforcing your crawling pattern, but upright. So it's a central movement pattern that you're getting right so that the arms and legs can express themselves equal and opposite when you run. And a lot of people move from the outside in. So you might have worked really hard in hand movements to make your legs go faster, or maybe you worked on your cadence to make your fast feet to make your running faster. But then you're moving from the outside in. So this reframes it and you move from the inside out and it'll decompress your spine. So for those of you who are going to do the Happy Hip Hack, I strongly suggest you measure yourself before you start this exercise and you take a video of yourself running. And then do the Happy Hips for about 2 weeks and then remeasure your height and remeasure your running. So that's the Happy Hip Hack, okay? It pairs really well with, so if I Happy Hip Hack or hike forwards, it really pals, then I can walk backwards. Okay, so if you're in a hotel room, you have a limited space, you can just practice walking forwards and backwards, okay, and add it to your backward walking. It's a great combination to open up your running, change the timing of your running, open up the back of your hips, relax your hips. I'm pretty sure it'll make your running pretty amazing pretty quickly. The magic number would be 5 minutes non-stop of that. Okay, 5 minutes is like, just works neurally much better than when you're learning a new skill than anything else. Okay, so that's one way to implement it in your running. If you're pulling the tire or doing resisted walking, this is exceptionally good with the tire. So you can go arms over your head and you can go step, 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 step. Okay, leave your arms over your head. And if you're walking the tire with resistance, your glutes are going to switch on. Why this works is when you step like this, another reason it works is it relaxes your psoas. And your psoas is a tonic muscle, but it's also, and your iliacus and the front hip flexors are tonic muscles, but they're also glute extensor inhibitors. So tension in the front will switch off the back. By putting length as you step in the front, you basically open the gates for your hip extension to switch on. And that's why one of the reasons it's so powerful. And I'm so confident it's going to radically improve your running in your life. So what else? So there we have a couple of strategies. We can pair it with backward walking. We can pair it with our tire walking, again, and amplify our tire walking, or the fact that you've now got resistance in your glutes plus an off switch just potentiates your tire walking. Okay, this is really, really good. And then another way to get this into your running is to pair it with skipping. So skipping would be, this is arms down skipping, okay? Skip, 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 skip. I'll show you from the side. Skip, 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 skip. So all that we do is you just add your arms. So leave your arms over your head. Don't punch too much, because it's really about your shoulder movement. It's not about your hands. It's about your shoulders, right? So I'm going to leave my arms over my head and I'm going to go skip on the same side. Skip, 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 skip. Okay, skips are done as either a double skip, double bounce, or you can do single bounce. So skip, 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 skip. Sorry, I've got to go quite fast to single bounce skip. So skip. Yeah. And that's pretty much that. So simple, so effective, and so amazing. Oh, we want to include this into gym. So in strength, this is a landmine press. So from here, landmine press. So if you want to really get strong at this and you like what it does to your body, you should probably include landmine presses. I'm not too crazy about how much you move, but a little bit of head over foot, sinking back, sitting down, and then just straightening up out of it into your landmine press. So let's hear it for the happy hip hack. Now, very importantly, if you like this content and it made a big difference in your life, what I want you to do is like yourself, subscribe to your own authenticity, and go out there and rock your best life.